It's the 8 for 52 podcast.
Hi, this is Butters.
G'day, Buschy here.
And this is episode 27 of the 8 for 52 podcast, Buschy 27.
That's a lot.
It is. The numbers are adding up. DM us on Insta.
Did we get any DMs this week?
We did, actually. We did.
Anything of note?
No, just a couple of people just from overseas, maybe hackers. I'm not sure. Didn't respond, but maybe some Nepalese friends. I'm not really sure. Anyway, we're not going to go through that today, but there were a couple of touch bases. Where are we, Buschy?
Oh,
where the hell are we?
Well, we are coming to you from the piano room in my apartment complex because we've changed location due to the Easter long weekend coming up. We have to put this one out early because apparently you're off to the beach or something in Vietnam.
Well, that's the plan, yeah. The Botfield family off to Vietnam for a few days, but evidently you need a visa in advance, and we're due to head to the airport in about 4 hours, and at this stage we have no visa.
Well, you'll either be listening to this from the beach in Vietnam or back in your apartment complex.
Exactly. Anyway, we'll figure all that out somehow. What about outs and ins? We've got all last week's results in outs and ins. T20 Premier League, of course, both men's and women's. We'll go through that. There was a very important clash in Sunday Division 2, especially for the Optimists as far as the overall season is concerned. Saturday Cup got underway. I went out and took a little bit of a look at Saturday Cup, Crusaders, Lancers. We'll go through it in outs and ends. Let's just say I didn't stay the whole match.
Chaos!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, loving the chaos of the Saturday Cup. Woohoo!
I couldn't put up with it. I was out at Mission Road. Softball shop was open. Yeah, I could get my fries and stuff, but it was a bit early. And
seriously got to stick around for that outs and ends. That's a fantastic report.
I just couldn't see it out anyway. Anyway, ins and outs. Easter coming up and a much reduced amount of fixtures. Not many games, actually. Premier League on a full month break now whilst the international players head out to Sky Plaza Road, and we'll have that covered in Sky Plaza Road segment, of course.
On that, I got some big stuff coming up in Sky Plaza Road. I've got the men's team heading to UAE and Oman for the ACC Premier Cup, and I've also got a little tidbit, a bit of a juicy gossip coming up in Sky Plaza Road, so stick around for that.
I like that. Just, before we... Sky Plaza Road, that's coming, but ins and outs as well. It was just a one Sunday Div 2 match and one Saturday Cup match this weekend. But it is time for the future stars to stand up as the Junior All-Stars, both under 16 and under 13, get underway, Buschy.
Yeah, they do get underway, and I'm calling every game, apart from one, starting Good Friday live on Cricket Hong Kong YouTube. We'll talk a bit about that.
Every one of them on Cricket Hong Kong YouTube. That's fantastic exposure.
Every game for the under-13s and the under-16s. The under-13s are playing 40 overs, which is a big, long game for them, and the under-16s in a 50-over match, and there's 8 days of cricket, junior cricket, if you want to see. Most of it's at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, but there's also one outlier where the final for the under-13s is coming to you from Po Kong.
Now, I'm assuming in the 16s we're going to see Matter versus Map versus Walsh versus all those under-16 stars up against each other.
Absolutely. They are, I believe those are the three captains for the three sides. So there you have it. It's going to be huge.
Absolutely brilliant. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. We'll be watching it all if I'm not out there. That's if I'm back from Vietnam, if I ever get to Vietnam. Anyway, that's another story. This is the 8 for 52 podcast with Butters and Buschy.
Giddy up.
All right, it's the Big Bird. It's time for Sky Plaza Road. ACC Premier Cup coming up in Oman. It kicks off on April 12th, but before that, the boys, the men, they have a prep tour to UAE, and we have the squad, and I'll take you through it. No, I won't, because actually I don't have the squad.
No.
Buschy has the squad.
We have the squad, as in I have the squad. Here we go. As the captain, like always, Nazakat Khan. Vice-captain, Yasim Murtaza. Adit Gorawara. Azaz Khan. Anshuman Rath. Atik Iqbal. Ayush Shukla. Baba Hyatt. Dhananjay Rao. Isan Khan. Martin Kutsia. Nazrullah Rana. Ranik Kapoor. And Zishan Ali.
Adit Gorawara, he wasn't in the last squads.
I think he wasn't available.
So who's out?
I'm not sure because Ronnie's back in as well.
Yeah, I was gonna. That was the other one I was gonna call up. Ronnie's there as well.
Yep.
We'll need to do a bit of a deep dive on that soon. Is Zishan Ali there?
Zishan is.
Read out Zishan.
Well, there's no Jamie.
Yeah, no Jamie.
So there's Adit coming in, and was Gaz in the squad for any of them? Anas Khan.
He was in the A squad. Anas Khan
is not there. So Ronnie's.
I'll tell you what, you can see the depth in the overall men's game now with those who aren't there.
I know, right?
Forget about who is there. Think about those who aren't. And there's some great players not going. That's a really strong squad. Really important tournament. Kicks off April 12 after the UAE Prep Tour, where we play Qatar first up in Oman. Then April 14 on the Sunday, Saudi Arabia. April 15, Nepal. Huge game. April 17, Malaysia. And then semi-finals after that. Got to make the semis, win the semis, or win the third, fourth. So 3 go through to the main thing.
Well, it should be a chance of 3 or 4 of them, you reckon, with that squad?
Oh, I reckon, huge chance of going through. Big opportunity.
Well, I mean, it'll be devastating if we don't. Up against, we should beat Qatar. We just beat them already. We should beat Saudi Arabia. We went head-to-head with Malaysia, and we beat Nepal, even though it was a much reduced side. So there'll be a chance in all 4 of those games.
Absolutely right. But again, I mean, on their day, Malaysia can knock us off. We've seen that. But I'm sure the men will be at their best and we'll get through to the semis. And then at that point, it becomes a lottery, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to it coming up mid-April. We'll have it all covered here on Sky Plaza Road in the 8 for 52 podcast. Now, Botters,
come on.
I've heard something else on the grapevine about some international cricket action.
Wait. Just wait there, Buschy. I have something for that. Buschy's rumour file.
Ooh, I like that. Well, here's my little rumour. I hear the Hong Kong-China women's team are on a tour. It's yet to be locked in and confirmed, but I hear on the grapevine that they are heading to the Netherlands in June.
What?
Yes. Women's team, Hong Kong, China, going to play Netherlands in the Netherlands in June.
That's magnificent.
Yeah, that's what I hear. We're just waiting on confirmation from all sides involved, but they're going to play them, and I do believe they're going to play a couple of other teams. They're basically on a world tour for about 3 months, and all the teams that they're looking to play are above them on the ICC rankings.
Focused on rankings. Oh, that is wonderful news. I tell you what, Cricket Hong Kong have just been brilliant over the last few months. The amount of internationals they've been able to arrange, either home or away. We had that fantastic time here, that month, 6 weeks, where teams coming in everywhere. And now the women are going to the Netherlands?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's lovely.
Well,
great news.
Let's hope it's a confirmed rumour by the time next week podcast comes out.
Yeah, it's probably all wrong, Buschy. But anyway.
Well, you said that about all my rumours, and they've pretty much come true.
Yeah, your tips are terrible. Your rumours are good. And I like this little rumour area. I could get used to it. You're going to get your ear to the ground a little bit more, Buschy.
Keep hitting that button. The Buschy's rumour file now.
Beautiful. All right, that's it for Sky Plaza Road. It'll be back next week.
It's time for Outs and Ends. A full wrap of senior cricket games in Hong Kong from last weekend. Here's Botters.
All right, Outs and Ends. Premier League men's will kick it off with USRC versus LSW. Grand final hopefuls, the USRC up against LSW, who also themselves have hopes of a grand final berth. They met out at Mission Road. USRC batted first and lost both openers early to be 2 for 5 after just 7 balls, and they were in trouble. Waqas Khan came in at number 4, and a 96-run partnership with Akbar Khan, of course, put USRC back on track before Khan was dismissed for 37. Akbar Khan, again, just sublime. Top scoring was 78 off only 49 balls, and USRC finished 7 for 148, a score which LSW would have thought they could run down. DJ and Sherry Khan, they were the best of the bowlers with 3 wickets each.
Ibrahim Muhammad opened and batted deep. Wickets kept falling around him until Ahsan Khan joined him, and they had a 55-run partnership to give LSW a red-hot chance. Ahsan Khan went for 37 at the 4th wicket. Ibrahim went for 48, and it was 124 for 6 after 18.2, and LSW was still a chance. They tried hard right to the end, but fell 7 runs short, ending their 20 overs at 141 for 8.
Buschy, congratulations. Winning tip.
Thank you. And also, well, that's good. You didn't just mention that you tipped LSW.
I was on the LSW train, which stalled at the station a few runs short.
From what you've said there in the USRC batting innings, USRC did not listen to us and put Akbar Khan up the order.
I still can't believe he's coming in at 5. And I'll tell you what, there's another thing I can't believe. You just exclusively announced that squad.
Yes.
How is Akbar Khan not in it?
Well, that's a good question. He's been in superb form.
He's leading run scorer by a mile.
Yeah, you're seeing it beach ball stuff.
That's right. How is he not on the plane? Maybe he's not available. I don't know. But if he is, he should be on the plane. Anyway, big win there for USRC. They're right on track for a grand final spot. We'll cover that when we get to the tables. The other game, of course, was PACC versus KCC, one of my favourite clashes of the year, where KCC won the toss and batted. And nearly everyone chipped in with the batter, actually, and all a good strike rates. Atkinson, 41 off only 17. Mo Khan, 36. Baba, 20. And then Bakari came in at 5. It's a magic number 5. And he's top scored with 56 off 28, and KCC was 7 for 197 after 20. But I tell you what, could have been a lot less.
Could have.
I mean, KCC got off to a fantastically quick start.
Yep.
PACC fought back hard, but there were drop catches. There were just those minor errors that PACC didn't put it together for the full 20 overs.
Yeah, a tough chance from Zishan on up to the stumps on Jamie. Might have changed the game. An earlier wicket might have facilitated a collapse from KCC, but he survived, and there was Anas Khan.
What about that? I mean, from our commentary position, it was a perfect view. He like 1.5 steps to his right, and he takes the catch.
Yeah.
And he decided it was too far away from him.
I don't know.
He must have picked it up late or something.
Yeah, well, as I was saying, benefit of the doubt, he just didn't see it coming because it was flying 3-point and he wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Isan Nawaz, he was the pick of the bowlers, 4 for 30, and he was the absolute standout.
PACC got off to a great start, and it was 71 for 1 after only 7.3 overs when Tanveer Afzal was out for 52 off 25. He always does it. He can do everything, that man. Couple of quick wickets followed, but PACC run rate was on track and a win looked very possible with the mighty Zishan Ali batting superbly. He was dismissed for 49 off 26, maybe the catch of the season.
Catch of the decade.
It was outrageous. And the funniest thing is, it was from Bubba Hyatt. If you haven't seen it, it's all over social media. You can check Trip Ahead IG or Cricket Hong Kong. We've both got it up. Me yelling and screaming. But he had to practice it, Bubba, because he did this one time a few overs earlier and messed it up and it went over the rope for 4. And this time, the old juggle over the rope, throw it back to yourself, take the catch, put the finger in the air.
That was the most amazing part, was the earlier one that he messed up. And I don't criticise him for it because it was very, very difficult.
Oh.
And then he gets another shot at it a couple of overs later and executes it beautifully.
And, I mean, what wicket to do it on? Zishan Ali, the man that's just been in ridiculous form. Anyway, that was a great catch, and after the chase fell away, and at 20 overs, PACC finished on 174, going down by 23. Atiq Iqbal was the tripahead.com and 8 for 52 podcast player of the match with 4 wickets.
Yeah, good win for KCC there. One that got away a little bit from PACC, I would say. We both tipped Kowloon Cricket Club. We thought they were specials. It turned out that way. Now, Pakistan can still, we'll cover later, they can still make the grand final, but highly unlikely. On the batting side, already mentioned, Akbar Khan, 272 at an average of 90.67 and a strike rate of about 3 million. Ibrahim Mohammed from LSW, he's 117 at 39. Look at that gap. And Waqas Khan, USRC, 116 at 29.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Numbers 2 and 3 haven't scored as much as Akbar Khan combined.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Now, Ibrahim Mohammed's still got a game up his sleeve, I think. He played 3, so he's got a chance, but no one's running down Akbar Khan. It's unreal. Anyway, on the bowling side, Atiq Iqbal, you mentioned 4 on the weekend. He goes to 8, and Dash Vora and Mohammad Ghazanfar both on 7. What's the table, mate?
Well, KCC locking in a home ground final with their 3rd win from 3 games, sitting up top with 6 points, very pretty with 1 game in hand. In second, they've played out now, United Services Recreation Club, 1-2, lost 2. Then in 3rd and 4th place, this is where it's going to get interesting. Well, also all the way down to 5th, I guess. Technically. Yeah. Little So 1-1, lost 2. PACC lost 1-1, lost 2. Hong Kong Cricket Club 1-1, lost 2. So there's a big fight to get that second spot. I still say USRC's probably got it in the bag.
Yeah, their box seat, their net run rate is 0.44444. Yeah. In the positive, where the other 3 are all in the negative.
Yeah. The LSW or PACC have to flog whichever one they're playing, because they're playing each other next, and if they can have a massive win, like we're talking bowl them out for 40.
Yeah, it's huge win.
They could possibly scrape their way into that final against KCC. And KCC got HKCC. HKCC would have to absolutely flog the team that's not lost a game all season at home.
They'd probably have to score 240 and roll KCC for 30.
Yeah.
And that might give them a chance, and that shan't be happening.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, it looks like USRC are in the box seat, but funny things can happen. And PACC, LSW, it's worth watching because if one of them smash the other one, USRC might be under pressure.
Hi, I am Babar Hayad. I am a Hong Kong national player, and you are listening to 8 for 52 podcast with Borders and Buschy.
All right, the women's side of Premier League, a couple of big matches last weekend. Also, the first one was out at Mission Road, Lantau Cricket Club versus LSW, Buschy.
Yeah, Lantau batting first. The top score was 7 for Lantau. They were all out for 47. And then the second innings, little so on, you'd think, oh, no problems, we've got this covered. Shanzine Shazad opening the batting, out first ball.
Wow.
So Lantau, they're like, we're in this.
We're up and about.
They can defend 47. No, they can't. Ikra Sahara and Mariam Bibi smashed it in 5.4 overs and they won the game very convincingly.
Yeah, all right. Well, Lantau is still trying hard. That's the main thing. What about down at KCC, where you broadcast this game, didn't you, Buschy?
Sure did.
So this one versus Craigengower Cricket Club.
Yeah, the superstars of Craigengower. KCC batting first. They'll put into bat and they put on a respectable 85. 20s, 320s this time. Jen Dearman opening the batting, put on 25. Yaz went out there and smashed a 22. And also right down the end, Rita Hyder putting on 26, top scoring for KCC. But defending that against the powerhouse that is Craigengower was always going to be a struggle. Pulto was the only wicket to fall on 12. Amanda Chung, the captain, 48. And on out of 36 deliveries to go with her 3 wickets was the tripperhead.com and 8 for 52 podcast player of the match.
Absolutely superb. And overall, from the batting side, Emma Lai is still top, 128, averaging 128. Carrie Chan, 98 at 49. Yas Daswani moves into the top 3. She's 88 at an average of 44. On the bowling side, Miriam Bibi, LSW with 9. Karen Poon, Craigengower, 8. And Ikra Sahar, Miriam's teammate at LSW, on 7. What's the table look like?
Right, well, with that big win over KCC, Craigengower go atop with 2 wins and that tie against HKCC. So the top 2 sides are tied on 5 points. HKCC just a bit back on net run rate. In third place, Little Saiwan 1-2, lost 1. KCC have won 1, lost 2, and Lantau have lost all 4. Botters, so there's a top 3 there. Anything can happen for this final.
Yeah, I think HKCC played KCC in the last match, so you can put that down as a win for them. So they'll go to 7 and they'll take 1 spot in the grand final.
Yeah, they're probably they might not take a home grand final depending on the other results.
Exactly, but they can book their spot in the grand final. Unsure where it'll be played at this point. The other game, LSW versus Craigengower, will decide the other participant in the grand final, and that'll be a huge match, that one. Now, we're on a month break on the women's side as well, so there's a bit of a break before that, but wow, what a clash, LSW versus Triple C. Looking forward to that one. That'll be huge.
Imagine if KCC upset HKCC.
Wow.
And then LSW get the win.
Look, I mean, it's T20 cricket. Anything can happen. I think HKCC red-hot favourites. I'll be tipping them when the time comes around.
Yep.
But you never know. Absolutely, to throw a cat among the pigeons, wouldn't it?
Yeah, CCC got a good net run rate and LSW also, but really, as you say, whoever wins that game's playing in the final, and it's probably going to be up the hill at HKCC.
Yeah, well, the tie from Craigengower and HKCC put them on the odd point, right? So, net run rate, LSW, Triple C won't come into it. All right, anyway, that's it for the women's. Looking forward to that when it comes back. Sunday Division 2 in the men's side, Sri Lanka Lions went up the hill to play the HKCC Optimus, and it was a big game for the Optimus as they continue their charge for a grand final place against the Wanderers and a shot at promotion. The Lions batted first, and they've always got runs in them, the Lions, and this did prove the case. Susitha, the opener, he was magnificent. He racked up 92 not out, Buschy, carrying his bat through the whole innings. But unfortunately for the Lions, no one else could really put up a big score. And actually, Extras was the second top score. After his 92, Extras got 30, and it was 8 for 219 after 50 overs.
Well, the Optimist must have had to be somewhere because George Loop, 48 off 20, Connor Hickey, 68 off 42, Shiv Matha, 60 off 41, and Sahal Malvinkar, 43 off 19, and the job was done in the 21st over, 2 for 2. And surprisingly, the Lions' bowling figures were a mess and the Optimists march on. Potters, what was our tips on this?
We both tipped the Optimist.
Oh, that's good. I've had a reasonably good tipping week then.
Yeah, no, you haven't gone too bad, actually, for once. It's taken 27 episodes, but it's not too bad at all. I mean, that's unbelievable. George Luke, 48, Connor Hickey. I mean, they just nice party time up there. All done in 21 overs. Amazing. Anyway, the batting, Jason Loy. He's still on top, 451 at 64, and he's got one more shot at it. We'll cover that in...
this week.
Yeah, so he can put on some more runs. He's being chased down by none other than Salhal Malvinkar, 358 at an average of 119.33. And Bjorn Van Ziel, he drops the third, 357 at 71.4. On the bowling side, Addy Canthan, 21 wickets. Arthur Chu, 19. He's got another chance to add to it as well, as does Addy. They're going to be going head-to-head. And Atif Fayaz, he's on 17 table, as we can very much reaching the end of the season.
Yeah, Wanderers have played out. We talked about that last week. 16 points. Optimist on 13. Infidels on 11. And the Knights, Lions and Dragons, they're going to play some more games, but they're not going to battle for the top today this year.
Forget about them. Infidels will beat the Dragons this weekend, you would think, which will mean Optimus and Infidels will go into their final match head-to-head, locked together on 13 points. The winner of that will go through to the grand final. Very exciting time, and that game will be April 7, the Optimus versus the Infidels. All right, that's it for Sunday, Division 2. Saturday, Cup. Crusaders versus
Chaos
Lancers.
Cup.
Yeah, I touched on it in the opener. I did go out there for some of it. I did leave early. It was a dreadful game of cricket. It really was, but it was a game of cricket, which is a positive. Okay, so we'll just focus on the positives. We're not going to cover it in detail. Crusaders batted first. Lamson, 23. Samad Khan, 29. Dropped about 18 times. Akash, he got 33, and the Crusaders were 7 for 138. And now, Buschy.
Yeah.
I'd left by this point.
Yeah.
But I did update on Crick HQ, and the Lancers, in their chase of 138, and I'll clarify this for the Australian way of saying it, the English way of saying it, at one point, they had lost 7 wickets for 8 runs.
I know. I was on commentary it was in the morning, wasn't it, that game, or the afternoon?
Afternoon.
Yeah, so I was in commentary for some reason, and somebody was pointing at the screen going, have you seen this? Have you seen this? And I'm like, ooh, that's ugly.
Oh, 7 wickets for 8 runs at one point. Amazing. And then...
But this is the next bit's what's hilarious about the Chaos Cup.
What a recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sort of. A big partnership of 52 saw them, after 20 overs, they weren't bowled all out. They finished 7 for 60.
Both teams would go away from that game feeling miserable because you've got them 8 for 7 and then they can't get another wicket.
It was just... Anyway. Dash Vora bowled 4 overs, 2 for 6. And in anyone's language... that gets you man of the match.
Nah.
No, it doesn't. Addy Canthan, 4 for 2 of 4 overs. 4 wickets, 2 runs, 4 overs. Not the greatest game of cricket I've ever attended.
Chaos Cup.
Chaos Cup. Anyway, we both tipped the Crusaders, and we both got that right. Yodders and Jingsung. Yodders batted as a unit with 4 of them into their 20s, and they posted 157 after 20. Jingsung, they were never in it. They lost wickets consistently, and they were bowled all out for 86.
I did tip Jingsung on the back of Elliot Andrews promising me. Again, they do me in, and they're going to go in the never-ever bin, like usual.
Anyway, he was worried about, Elliot said, when we had him on last week, he was worried about the standard of cricket, or Div 2 versus Div 1. Anyway, he's been proven correct so far. But it is cricket, and I'm not going to be negative about it because more cricket is good. We're not going to do any leaderboards or tables at this point. I'm not even sure I'm going to at any point in the season.
Yes, we are.
Because there's 8 different pools. And it's very complicated.
Very complicated.
Anyway, that's it. Finish this segment. Let's move on to ins and outs. Focus go forward.
It's time for ins and outs, with all the weekend senior games covered. Here's Butters.
All right, ins and outs, and Easter weekend, so we haven't got many games. We've got a Sunday Div 2 game, Buschy. We've got Infidels versus Dragons down at Kowloon Cricket Club on Easter Monday.
Yeah, that's not on a Sunday. It's
no,
Monday.
Sunday on... Oh, wow. Actually, we'll get to it in a minute, but that is Sunday on a Monday. Infidels Dragons. Infidels for mine.
Yes, Infidels.
Yeah.
Must win anyway.
Yeah. Jason Loy, another opportunity to extend his lead at the top and stop Salhal Melbourne.
Be the first. You and I are going to call this game.
Yeah.
I'm taking a break from the All-Stars, the juniors. I'm taking one day off, under 13s, but I'm going to go down and call this game with you.
KCC YouTube.
Yep, KCC YouTube on that one. And it'll be my first Dragons game of the year, I think. So that's why I've actually...
Anything can
penciled it
happen.
in. I love watching the Dragons.
This was an amazing clash, first off.
Yeah.
Mo Khan, 275. Jason Lawyer, 170. This is a rematch.
Was that still this season?
Yeah.
Long ago. I did call that game.
That was
So I have called the Dragons
Huge.
before. I'm still coming down.
All right,
for
we've got
it.
Sunday on Monday and we've got Saturday on Sunday. Right, Sunday, March 31, Saturday Cup, PACC Falling Stars versus the KCC Saracens. Battle of mediocrity.
Yeah, the PACC Falling Stars versus the KCC Never Evers.
Yeah.
A.K.A.
At
Saracens
KCC.
at KCC. I'm gonna go the Falling Stars.
All right, I'm not. I'm going to go to the Saracens.
I can't do the Saracens.
Malha.
Yeah, look, if the Saracens win
I'm
this
with you.
game, I'm back on board for the Saturday Cup for the Saracens.
I just can't tip the Falling Stars in anything. They'll probably win, but I'm on the Saracens. Anyway, that's it. That's all we've got. April weekend. Enjoy Easter. And now it's time for Buschy's Birthday Bonanza. All right, my favourite time of the week, your favourite time of the week, everyone's favourite time of the week. Buschy's Birthday Bonanza. Take it away, Buschy.
Well, have I got a treat for you this week, Botters, with
mate,
the birthdays?
Who we got?
Yeah, I got no one. No one in cricket Hong Kong is having a birthday. It happens. People just obviously, parents
Check the database. Double check the database.
I've checked it. We haven't got anything until the sort of mid-April. So we'll have birthdays next week. I promise we have birthdays next week. But
Why, Buschy, why? Like, if we've got no news in Sky Plaza Road,
Yeah.
right, we drop the Sky Plaza Road segment.
Yeah.
Right? If we've got no birthdays,
Yeah.
it's an absolute credit to the segment that it always remains in.
Yeah.
Okay? Because the people love it.
Well, if it was called Buschy's Sky Plaza Road, we'd probably keep it in. But since it's not got my name in it, we have to ditch it. Anyway, that is the bad news there, Botters. But I do have some very good news. Now, do you remember last week's Buschy's Birthday Bonanza where we had
how could I forget it? It was fantastic.
our youngest ever birthday
Yeah.
on there? Remember
Yeah,
that one, Obi Lee?
Yeah.
Well, he sent me a voice message on WhatsApp to thank us for putting him on the podcast,
Oh, how
which
lovely.
was adorbs. But then, you know how we have these things, especially it runs basically straight after this birthday segment where we have like, hi, I'm Yassin Mirza, and you're listening to the 8 for 50.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the Zakat Khan, or I'm Sahal
I'm
Malvin Khan.
Tikak Bar.
Yeah, we've got hundreds of them in
Yep.
the database.
Yep.
He recorded one for us
Oh, no.
on the phone, and I decided, well, I'm going to edit that up and put it into the podcast. So
Oh, lovely.
let's have a listen to it now.
It's Billy from the HKCC Under 11 Strikers, and you're listening to the 8-4-52 podcast with Butters and Buschy. Bye!
Oh, thank you very much, Obi Lee. What a legend for recording a little segue for us for the podcast.
No, very beautiful, very beautiful. Thank you, Obi.
Well, that does bring us to the end. He did say bye, but we do have this little bit at the end, but we are getting that. That means we're into the outro, bots.
Well, it's been lovely down here in the piano room at your apartment complex.
That's fantastic. It's
Yeah.
good sound as well.
It is. It's very good sound. It's been lovely. We might use this place again, although I do like the clubs.
Yeah. We're recording early, so you can get on a plane. So
More maybe.
so sobriety abounds in the piano room, which is rare for our podcast.
Mrs. Botters has been WhatsApping while we've been recording saying visa hasn't come through, Botters.
Just like every 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, big weekend last week, Premier League, but it goes on a break, both men's and women's, for a month while the internationals are on. Sky Plaza Road is going to be front and centre over the next few weeks.
I'm a bit sad that there's no Premier League.
Yeah, I am as well.
I've been doing back-to-back double headers all the time, and it's been fun. But that doesn't matter. I'm going to go out to Mission Road and call the Junior All-Stars, thanks to the Caravel Foundation.
I'd like to see more Premier League, maybe even called, All-Stars. Maybe with, a lot more of it throughout the season, a big draft at the start of the season.
Oh, I've actually, next week, let me give you a little bit of Buschy's rumour file. We'll come back because I've got some more talking about All-Stars.
I like Buschy's rumour files.
Yeah, well, it was a good one this week. The
Very,
women's
very good.
going to the Netherlands. How exciting.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Easter coming up, so there's not a lot of cricket. There's a Saturday Cup on Sunday, a Sunday on Monday. It's all happening. We'll be broadcasting on KCC YouTube, Dragons versus KCC on Easter Monday, so tune in for that. Buschy and myself will be doing that one. And then, the big All-Stars to Junior, 16s and 13s underway as well.
So that's starting Good Friday. It goes 8 days straight. 7 of them are at Mission Road. The final for the under-13s at Po Kong, where we've never broadcast from before, so that'll be
it'll be brilliant telecast out there.
Yeah, fun. It's all on Cricket Hong Kong YouTube. You can watch the kids playing. It's under-13s one day, under-16s the next. Bang, 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 bang to the end.
Brilliant.
With next Friday. So Good Friday's the first game, and the following Friday is the under-16s final for the All-Stars, thanks to the Caravel Foundation.
All broadcast on Cricket Hong Kong YouTube page. Please tune into that one. Buschy, that is it for episode 27. We are done. This is the 8 for 52 podcast with Botters and Buschy, and it's bye-bye for now.
See ya.
Hello, good morning. We're tossing a
The 8 for 52 theme song is The Coin Toss from the band The Duckworth-Lewis Method. Find them on Apple iTunes and YouTube and download that song and all their other cricket-related music.
The 8 for 52 podcast is written, produced and published by Matt Botfield and Aaron Bush for Trip Ahead Limited. Copyright 2024.
I think I'll go in for a bat, and that's that.